that it goes live as soon as I click that button, even if I don't see anything on
It
the
said
screen.
live. It's something about some live stream. I
I
saw.
I see it live on
Here
your
we
box.
are. Wait, look. Okay, here we go.
Petapu, everyone.
Tapu.
What's up? What's up? Here we are again for
What?
another one of our beautiful sessions.
Yes.
Our Ankh
One of our Ankh
Wellness.
wellness talks.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Ankh activation.
Very activated.
That
Y'all ready
life
for this? Y'all ready for
activation.
this tour? Are y'all ready for the
Yes.
tour?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I'm
Good.
Ready.
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 I hope the DMV is ready.
I
Gotta get
believe.
them ready.
Yeah, I believe they just need a little tap, but once they see what the vibe is like, they'll be ready because this unk energy that's about to sweep through the city, honey. You
Because we
know,
need it more now than ever.
we do. We absolutely do. And that's why if you
That's
ain't
why
stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
that part. Absolutely. We have to stay ready. And that's why we are doing the tour. It's not, it wasn't like we just woke up one day. Well, it was kind of like we just woke up one day.
I was about to say, tell the truth.
It's like, you know what?
But
It
we've been
was,
doing this. We true to this.
it
We not
was,
new to this, though.
exactly. It was after much prayer, much meditations, and then, really tuning in to listen because, basically I ask, what do y'all want me to do right now? What's my next, instructions? And they say, oh, since you ask, time
Put
for
the
you to
show
get
on the
back on the
road.
road.
Hmm.
You have always traveled and people need to hear what you have to say. So you're getting ready to go on tour. And I was like, oh, I've never
This
been
is a
on a
great
tour,
opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, where it's
To
just
kind of to
talking
reach back out to community.
on the
Hmm.
end to the people. That's what it was about. And that's why, they also said for us to do the podcast again, because the women's voices need to be heard. And those of us who are on this spiritual path and journey, we have a particular perspective that is also needed right now, right? Because we bring in the Ankh, the energy of life. The energy of life is what is going to feed us and resurrect our people. It's always been used to resurrect the people, right? So that's what we're doing. That's what the activation is for, to help us to wake up. We might be woke, but are we woke to the level that we are doing exactly what we need to be doing so that we'll be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing as this whole world and this time that we're in continues to evolve, because the plans, the prophecies have already spoken and said what is to be. um we just need to know what our part is in this whole thing
And get
and
to
stick
doing
to
it.
that and get to doing it.
Because we can be woke and still yawning and
Right.
stretching and hitting the snooze button. Or I like the word activation. Like, are we
Mhm.
activated? What are, that
Yes.
it's one thing to know intellectually and to pray for certain things spiritually, but to get out of our head and into our bodies,
Mm.
this physical body, and do something very real. It's time.
Absolutely. I
That
will
is
have.
the active part of
Yes.
activation, is to be active.
Yes.
And that is where a lot of us, um, we are missing that part because of the games and the other distractions, even the food. Go ahead,
Mhm.
sis.
Well, I was going to say that this is a wonderful time to activate the Ankh because it is in perfect alignment. Very Ma'at of you, by the way, very Ma'ati of you, to be activating the Ankh during this season of just, I mean, this magical season of this energy across cultures. You know, this is a time of Passover. This is the time when the initiate is is about to come out of meditation. It's the new year. The flowers are already beginning to bloom, and that is life that is being activated. The sun is shining, and, you know, we were just told not too long ago that we were going to have a tornado. And, you know, we are out here opening the way, listening to spirit, activating that Ankh energy. And it is necessary because, as my teacher said, we are living in this death culture right now. So it's so important for us to bring that Ankh energy within ourselves and outside of ourselves to resurrect the Most High's people so that we can bring forth the positive change that we see that needs to take place. And so, um, as I've been doing my own personal reflection just between platforms of consciousness, you know, this time as we're approaching Passover, going into Easter Sunday, and that walk, that journey, what it actually meant, not only just, you know, in a biblical sense, but also just in that spiritual sense. And so, you know, for our community to be bringing this conversation to the people, you know, in a very, this is a, it's practical. The Ankh is a practical tool that is life and is protection. And we're bringing this practical tool to the people to help them understand that in the era of death, baby, as long as that sunrise, we have life. And, I'm grateful to be a part of this process. I'm grateful to be a part of this mission, this journey, and, you know, speaking with spirit on a daily basis just to make sure we stay in alignment. So, ashe, ashe.
All right. Well, with that, you might as well go ahead and tell us a little bit more about yourself. And I do want to just greet those who are watching. Someone did mention seeing Erica Badu. You know, she got one of those big ankhs now. And
Yes.
so we are carrying the legacy of the Baba Heru, the great
Yes.
Baba Heru, who was
Yes.
the first carrier. And she was there, at his homegoing ceremonies that we had. So we all feel that energy. And it was good to see that she brought it out because it's that power. Exactly. Yeah, I got mine. Baby,
Yes.
so hold, I got my aunt right there. I wear one every day.
Yeah.
Every day, every day.
Look, now
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
gonna make me grab
Yeah, come
mine. Hold
on
on.
now.
Girl, go to pull it out, pull it
Listen,
out.
we gotta,
It's a conversation happening.
yes. In
So
honor
tell
of
us
Baba
about
Haru,
yourself.
you know?
Yeah, go ahead, Miss
Okay.
Kendra.
Yes. So,
Uh,
peace, everybody. Peace, love, and light. My name is Seba Kendra Couture, or Kendra Langley for those who fondly know me. I am from the DMV area, that is Maryland. So, DC, Maryland, and Virginia for those who do not know. And I walk with the Ankh. I live by the Ankh. But beyond that, I am a multi passionate entrepreneur. I am a cosmetologist and I'm a mother. And I am a Rasakian. And my teacher,
hey.
Kajara, never hat. I love to say her. I love to say her name. Um, I am a part of this powerful movement. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it at this time of my career, at this time of my life. As a mother who is raising young children, our future royalty, it is very important for me at this time to just not only cultivate and work through my own healing process, but also how just thinking about how I can integrate that information into the work that I am doing. And so, with the divine inspiration of doing this work, I am also the creator and visionary of Crown Bakator Youth Empowerment Program. Um, al- yes, along with the couture experience, which is just an expansiveness of all of my archetypes and the things that I do. I love. It's a labor of love. It is how I bring my integrated healing journey to the people in ways that resonate to them. That is what couture is all about. It is custom made, custom fit, and it is rooted in our sovereignty and how we show up in the world. So I balance crowns. And, you got to address your sister crown. I speak love and life over all of those who I meet because it's very important for us to build each other up. Need to be what I need to be when it is time to be it. So I am also my Atian. I do believe in divine timing and alignment. And I am a creator. So I actually designed this Ankh. This was the first Ankh that I had designed after my level 1 class with you.
Okay.
And my journey began, through healing and meditation. And Spirit just said, I got something for you. So I just sketched it. I was in the shop with the person. He said, I can make anything you want. And a
Okay.
Ghanaian, yep, Ghanaian brother actually designed this. He made it for me, but I sketched it and designed it right there on the back of a sheet of paper. So,
That's
yes,
beautiful. I love it. That's
thank you.
beautiful with those
It is,
cowrie shells. Yes.
yes, it is adorned with kente cloth representing my African roots and the cowrie shells,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
all of
And
that.
s- okay, I don't want to be asking all the questions. I'm gonna let you jump in, but I do want to ask one more question. You mentioned that you work with people's crowns,
Yes,
and so that is their hair, right? And
yes.
so because I was really, this came to me
Mm.
the other day that like my grandmother was a beautician and her main one of the main things that she wanted to do was help people grow their hair. She wanted it to be beautiful, but that was a focus in those days. And I wondered, what if that is the focus or what is the focus of the beauticians of the day? Like, because it doesn't seem like they really are about helping the women to grow their hair. Like yeah, before I would just like you to comment on that.
Okay, so that's a really great question. What I have observed in my time in this industry is that there are different levels of cosmetologists. You have beauticians, cosmetologists, stylists, and you
Mhm.
have some people whose focus are on different things. And so I like to say that I am a cosmetologist. And I also throw beautician out there because cosmetologist is someone who studies hair, skin, and nails. And we get into the anatomical piece of the person. And given my journey and also my work as a Reiki professional, because it also depends on the depth of the cosmetologist as well
Right.
and how they choose to go about their work.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people focus more on style. And so to achieve a style, you kind of, unless you are intentional about the products that you use in order to achieve that style, you could be using anything,
Right.
so it can go as deep as you want to go. But I also
Yeah.
believe that it's just the intentions of the hairstylist. I'm very
That's what it all
intentional.
boils down to. Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because it's just a different time that we're in. And I just wondered about that. So, yes, I'm going to let you ask a question now, my dear Rakit.
So what do you see mostly that comes through your door
Mm.
um to come see you? Like what type of issues that need to be addressed, or what is the mindset like? I think we go through ebb and flow with embracing our natural hair
Mm.
versus, having to bust down
Mm-hmm.
24, 36-inch bust down.
Wow, that's a really great question. It's a really great question, and it's honestly, it could be a very expansive answer, but I'll keep it try to keep it as simple for the time that we have.
Right.
I see many things that come through my door, and I see many circumstances and opportunities that come through my door to sit in my chair. There are women who needs to let go and are just, there are women who have things that they are carrying. I believe heavy is the head that wears the crown. And there are women who are holding things internally and they need a safe place to land. So my space becomes a safe place for them to land. It is a place for them to say what they need to say. If we need to just, whatever the vibe you on, I'm here to meet you where you at so that I'm here to sit with you in that moment to get to know and understand what it is that your issue is, to allow my higher self and your higher self to have a convening to say, all right, here's what we need to do today because it's a style she want, but she's carrying a heavy load. And if we don't help to re-regulate her nervous system or to teach her how to regulate her nervous system, we don't know what might happen. And first, the regulation part is first. So we have to go through the process of just grounding. Then that's what we have to do. Sometimes it could be generational wounds. It's a lot of ancestral work because I have worked with the entire family from the grandbaby to the grandmama and the auntie. And that has given me the opportunity to really kind of open up the picture a little bit to see why this one is having a challenge with her hair or why she is rebellious with her hair and why the mom is feeling the way she's feeling. And a lot of it is because of misconception, lack of education, upbringing, how they see themselves, and it's a cultural thing as well. So, and then trims. So, and this is the last one, trims. Trims is something that is a conversation, in the chair conversation for our culture because of what we associate our hair with, how we associate our hair. And energetically, when we trim those ends, because sometimes people could look put together, but their hair may not be together. But when you trim those ends, you're cutting off old energy and it becomes a symbolic thing and it change and improves the whole morale. So being able to connect that information with people, it also improves how they see themselves and how they also take care of themselves moving forward, to help lighten their load in their crown and also to be able to have healthier conversations about themselves and their crown.
I think it's interesting that you brought in the trims.
Mm-hmm.
And I've come to the understanding that hair is a reflection of our nervous system
Mm-hmm.
and or our nerve endings, more or less. And just the coming, sitting down in your chair, decompressing, ways that we regulate ourselves in this society, in these times, in our homes, um, in life in general. How are we doing with self-regulating?
Are you speaking in terms of
Because
the?
because just even before becoming attuned,
Mhm.
you were already doing this work.
I've been doing this work for over 15 years. Yes.
So I would expect how many heads have you
Thousands,
touched?
thousands, and thousands. And they carry heavy crowns too, like thousands, people who are responsible for our daily lives.
Hmm. Yeah. And then they come and they sit in your chair
Hmm.
for an hour or few.
However, whatever time it takes.
Hmm.
And
So
dump a whole lot of stuff. I know that's a
Yes.
dumping center as well. People have so much to release, and I'm glad you mentioned that because most people don't realize that the beautician, the stylist, whatever name,
The
is still
barbers,
The
the
still
anybody
barbers.
is a
who
healer. Yes, they are all healers for sure. But go ahead.
Yes. It is a so please ask. I know I want to make sure that I answer your question again. Is how do I regulate my nervous system? Is what you're asking?
well, that was going to be my next one.
Okay.
I was asking how are we as a collective
Mhm.
Mhm.
doing in regulating,
Okay.
just even our emotions, our nervous systems, just balancing life in general. Because again, we look put together.
Yes.
Oftentimes, how many times have we heard,
Yeah, that
you don't
mask.
look like what you've been through?
Hmm.
Right.
So
To look at you, I would never know that you were going through X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
exactly. So to answer your question, I would say, okay, there's a movie that my daughter has me watching over and over again. Encanto. There's a song below the surface, and everything aesthetically is pleasing on the outside, but below the surface, a lot of people are hurting. A lot of people
Right.
are processing emotions, you know, from behind the chair to just cosmically, spiritually, energetically. We're all going through this shaking, the pressing, and the moving, and things are coming up to the surface. And a lot of people really, a lot of
Something's happening with
happening,
the
We
life
can't
is
hear her.
audio.
happening.
Yeah, she came back.
Uh-oh, hold on a second. Uh-oh.
She must have had a call come in.
Some okay, hold on. How you do this?
We hear you
We can
now,
hear you and see you. You good.
Okay. Sorry about
but
that.
it was like it got glitchy for a moment.
My
So we
alarm
just
was
want to
going off.
make certain that you are heard.
Yes, thank you so much, Aura. So, below the surface, a lot of us are carrying a lot of things. Repressed emotions are coming to the surface. And the best way I feel like a lot of people are coping right now is through, well, what I have been encouraging, I will say for my own self, what I have been encouraging my clients, um, just advice. We go through the process. I'm taking them through the process. We're releasing. And after the service, I'm giving them something to think about, and I'm giving them homework and things that they can do to regulate their nervous system, how they can bring order, balance, and harmony to their life. Because, and also helping them to understand that even when things are heavy, you are the one, look, you the one who got tapped on the shoulder, so you can't fall, unfortunately, but you can take a rest. You just can't stay there. And so, and coming up with ways and how they can best. So diet and exercise is one. I encourage, herbal teas, different herbal teas. I have my starter five that I encourage. Those are the things that I use for myself and my family. And I share that information with them just to help. And now I'm seeing how that information has trickled down to their family and their lives, and how their children are talking like they're the professionals now. So I don't know how the rest of the world is faring, but I will say in the area that I'm able to reach,
Okay.
sharing the information when necessary has been impactful, because it becomes, I don't like, it becomes a contagion, each one teach one. And so journaling, dieting, exercising, and using the herbs to support you, and also getting more clear on your health, and taking some power back into your own hands. And that has been, I have seen the improvement, because when they come in, they're light, the energy is lighter. I mean, there's some routine maintenance that need to take place. Maybe we need to get a couple things out just so that they go back out into the world, and do what they have to do. And just being kind and being gentle with other people, and reminding them, even after they've gone through their little situation, because we all got things that's going on a daily basis, but also reminding them about the reciprocity. Even if you have to hold yourself up a little taller when people are being a little smaller, so that either they can rise to where you are or you just retract your energy. And I have gotten some feedback on how that worked out, and it has been helpful. It don't mean we're human. It don't mean that we're gonna always feel like we wanted to do that in that moment. Because sometimes, you just want to pop off a little bit because you feel like you can and you should. But yeah, just responsibility. And I feel like those things collectively have been helpful in maintaining the nervous system of my ecosystem.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Now, with all that being said, now we ask,
Mhm.
how do you stay light and clear working with so many directly, physically, with intention?
Mm. Naps. I gave myself permission to take a nap
Oh,
today.
please. I'm part of the nap ministry.
Under a
I'm
heated
ordained.
blanket. That's it. Under a heated blanket. That was an instant attitude adjuster. Um, but what do I do? Using my tools, I had a very unique experience, when my nervous system was challenged. And after the experience, an elder told me, girl, remember to use your tools. Because, we're not partial. We're humans still. We're humans being, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And I said, okay. So moving forward, I make sure I take my spiritual baths, my herbal baths. I make sure that I am protecting my boundaries, protecting my energy with boundaries. Um, Remaining grounded. I touch grass a lot. So this winter, when it's really, really cold, my toes are really about to freeze off because I'm going to touch some grass. Um, doing what I enjoy doing what I enjoy in the mundane, and sometimes it might be sweeping, it might be just doing something in the mundane that you don't have to think so much has been helpful to regulating my nervous system. Planning planning has helped to regulate my nervous system because it helps me to be more on top of things and move with ease when it is time for me to move. And it also helped with aligning things a lot better when I plan to. So, in short, what I'm mentally thinking whenever I feel like my nervous system is being flagged or agitated in any way, I have to stop, stop and breathe for real. I have to really stop and breathe and ground, recenter myself. Sometimes I gotta go talk to the invisible cameraman. I gotta bring myself down and really just think about where I am in that moment and what tools that I can use to keep myself balanced. Cause me being out of balance just gonna throw this whole train off the tracks, and we can't have that. Mm-mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now.
Okay,
Not having that.
okay.
Mm.
Well, that was pretty good. I know that would be helpful for some who may be listening because a lot of times people just don't know what to do. They run out of ideas, and especially when you're in that moment. Um,
That panic
if you're
mode.
not, yeah, if you're not
And
used to doing these things, it can be difficult to think about what to do. I've had a lot of calls about what do I do, So I think that was really, really helpful.
and
And we do have
And I wanted
our
to add this last one, music, and
mhm,
because I love movement, music, dancing, laughing,
mhm,
allowing yourself to
mhm,
experience the pleasures of life, the fruits of your labor, can also be helpful in regulating your nervous system. Because if you just allow
mhm.
yourself to be all stiff and pent up all the time, that can keep anything blocked, and we don't need that. So, let's some
Get out
music.
of our head and into our bodies.
Yeah, turn some music on, some
And
Earth, Wind, and
and get a comedic Reiki session too. That
Fire.
always helps to
Reiki
regulate
session.
the
We
nervous system. Get some sound healing.
Yes, we here for you.
Listen. Well, that's a whole different listen. We could have a whole call on that actually. So we'll have to take a note, maybe revisit that
Yes.
topic. But in the meantime, I do want to bring in our next guest to share as well because we're talking about the Ankh, we're talking about life and wellness and health, and that's what that's what we do on this talk. And we do have this Ankh activation coming up in about 2 weeks. It's coming soon, 3 weeks, something like that. Right,
Soon.
right.
I hope y'all getting y'all tickets because be there or be Octagon.
If you are in the DMV area,
You meant to say Pentagon? No, plan.
be in the
Well,
octagon.
that's too close to
Yes,
home.
all of
Sorry.
our Maryland, DC, Philly, that's not too far away, Virginia, Richmond people, come on up to the DMV
Delaware.
April
Yes.
5th.
To the
Delaware,
E
yeah, all
Life
of that. So,
Restaurant in Capitol Heights, Maryland. We have vegan
yes,
food,
yes.
Unk Energy Healing, wellness services. Come through. Get your ticket on sale today.
So we
That's
got
right, that's right.
Brandon here.
Peace,
That's right.
Brandon.
Peace, peace.
Yes,
How
thank
you
you
doing?
for gracing us with your divine masculine energy.
Absolutely. Thank
Hmm.
you. I agree with a lot of what Kendra was talking about. I like to get out my head and get in my body when I'm a little, a little off circuitry. Uh,
Yes.
she was giving out some good. She was giving out some gems there, Kendra.
Well, I have them.
So, Brandon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
I know there are many people who may already know you, but there are many more that would like to get to know you. So, help us out a little bit by telling us about yourself, please.
Okay. I originally met Rakika Jara at Invest Fest. I believe that was 2024. In
Sounds
August of
about right.
I got my Comedic Reiki 1 and 2 certification in June of 25. Um, and yes, but outside of that, I am the founder of a marketing business that is disguised as the podcast. So that way we can push out entrepreneurs, practitioners, and community leaders, as well as I get to learn from them for the entire time, right? And then second, I have another business that's a transformation hub where we're providing workforce development and trainings, workshops, corporate wellness events, community wellness events, um, and also helping organizations with their structure and systems within the organization so that way they can ultimately comes down to helping the value get to the customer faster or more effective or more quality. Um, but yeah, and I'm excited to be here because at the end of the day, my work is all related to flow, whether that is finding the kinks in the system of a business or finding the kinks in the flow of the energy in the body. And it is very interrelated. It's just kind of like different dialects of the same thing, same problem.
So
Well,
you
you got a
find
lot
that,
going on.
yeah.
Yeah, no, got a lot going on, but I'm in a position now to grateful, very, very grateful, very, very fortunate to be able to have some people who are coming to assist, to, be put in different places and different roles that fit the mission's direction and just where we're heading. So that way I can allow myself to be as visionary as much as possible and just, you know, So yeah, no, I'm in a position of growth right now for sure. But it's a lot going on, but I'm grateful for where we are. Very, very grateful. Very, very grateful.
Sound like the
So,
solutions man.
Hmm. The
yes.
fixer.
usually providing the solutions. Solutions.
Hmm.
So you just went through your Raseki training level 1 and 2 in pretty much the summer of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And it just
Right.
seems like tell us a little bit about that experience and what changes it has brought forth for you in the
Oh,
work that you do and in or just in life in your own personal journey.
oh man, I think for sure everything that I described in terms of all of these moving pieces
Mhm.
are able to be and have the space for growth. And for me personally, that has been um, a huge part in due to what I learned in level one and level two. Because not only was I able to understand how to heal myself more effectively, more efficiently, um, but I was also able to understand on a different depth of level the importance of clearing space so that way I can have things come in to fill the space of which I like, right? Or what I want, where I'm going to. Um, and being able to do that and create space and hold space for other people as well. So it's been tremendous for me personally, but I haven't really at this point in time. So it was June of 25. It's March now. I'm still not like marketing these services to the public at the moment because I'm really just creating a space to go through my family and people who open to it and some close friends and their families, and that has been, I can see and hear and feel the impact of how those sessions are for people who are open and how sometimes their life might shift or rearrange or help them get back on center. Um, yeah, some of the testimonials I've gotten, especially the testimonials I can see that I've gotten over time as I've gotten better in my practice, have been like, wow, okay, 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 let's keep this
Right.
going.
Sounds like a solid foundation that you're building, honestly. You know, um, we start with ourselves and we start at home,
Mm,
you know, and to be able to directly impact those that are the closest to us in our circle is very important and is a testament to, your abilities to tap in, to source, and to move that energy around in a beautiful way. You know, I think it's very organic.
Mhm.
It's very organic. And I also believe it's, again, a solid foundation for something lasting, you
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, people going, your biggest supporters as well as your biggest criticizers are going to be the ones that's closest to you,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you
That's
know.
true.
And the fact that they are giving you testimonies, they come back again, they tell other people about you. That's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get any more real than that, you
Right.
know. That one and done, we don't know anything about that. But, for those that are right there with you, that knew you back when, that see your change and your growth and development, I think it's, yeah. And the thing is that you do so much and you're so humble.
I appreciate that. I feel like I could definitely be a lot more, what do they call it, like braggadocious about all the things that I do and a part of or have my hands in. But my opinion, that's just wasted energy. Like I could use that energy to like bring attention to myself, or I could use that energy to do more things. And you know, we'll you'll find out about the things that I've done eventually. You know.
Yep.
Brag about it after the
They
fact.
say,
Yeah,
Google me, baby.
it's already
Yes,
done.
yes.
Mhm.
It's really good too to have, some good brothers that are coming through to do the healing work because we are a temple that's primarily women and every like every retreat there's at least one brother, and so when they come back, that's even better, because it's gonna take healing for both us, the men and the women, so
Mm,
that we can build our families and our community in a stronger way. And so we have already gone through the breakdown of our people. And now we are actually a part of the healing and the buildup and
mm,
the because it's not, we don't want to go back to where we were. We actually wanted to go to a whole different place with it. And so we can use, the mistakes of the past and the
mhm,
lessons that we learn so that when we're building relationships now, they will be stronger and more authentic and more spiritual and more, centered in my aunt, and I feel like that was what Baba Heru was showing us because he had a temple and he worked with men and taught them, but he also worked with women and taught them. And he brought the women up. Like he really, pushed the women's businesses and their gifts to show that equality that we need to have. And
mhm,
so I'm getting somewhere with this. So everything that's going on around us, the patriarchal system, which
mhm,
has been in control for so long, um, is falling. All of those things, the notions, the precepts, the structures, they're all gonna fall.
mm,
And a part of it is, bringing the women to a place of balance,
mm,
and bringing an end to the exploitation of the women and children, which has been a part of that system.
mm,
And so when the men are coming through to heal with the women,
mhm,
that is, that's it right there. That is the balance. That is the harmony. That is my aunt, in action.
mm.
Because a lot of men did not come because they don't think they can learn anything from a woman or attitudes like that, which I have heard, comments from other men. So go ahead. I see you got your hand raised. I know I might have
Oh
triggered a
no,
little something.
no, you put up some really good points in
Yeah,
terms
for real.
of family structure, the family dynamic, the we can get into systemic
So
oppression
hard.
and all in the
Spaceship. We could build a spaceship on that one.
uh, but but talking from where we are now, it is I very much appreciate to be in a space of such divine women who have done the work and are creating a space for others to do the work so that way they can elevate themselves as well. And speaking on what you spoke on just now with many men either coming from that perspective or maybe the perspective of like, I don't know, it seems like this is only a woman thing or whatever that is. Now with the energy moving towards a space where we have a whole majority of our cohort now in level 3 is men, and now that that energy is coming in, I want to ask, I guess, the group a question. It might be a twofold question, but what role do you see the men that are coming in now playing a part of this woman-led temple? One, and what role do you see men who are watching this or who will see this playing as they begin to, just trickle in to the temple? Right, that's
Well,
it.
I would say that women, the divine feminine, we are the creators. We have that creative, visionary, spiritual um, mind. and men have the logical, practical, orderly type of mentality. And so that's really what I would expect them to bring, the masculine energy to help to bring the order in the temple where it's needed, and also even a drive, because I've heard that, with women being we can create something, but to push it is the masculine energy that helps to push it so that it can truly thrive. And so I think about, the Serena and Venus, their daddy, the Jackson 5 daddy. Men have that push, that women don't have. Even in our regular households, a mother can say, "Hey, put that down," and the man will come say, "Hey, put that down," and the child totally ignores the mother because her voice is soft and it does not move them like a man's voice because he has that deep. That's one of the main differences, and but it's that energy. It's not just the voice. It's that masculine energy that drives things. And so, yeah, that's what I would love for the brothers to help do, because we have set a lot of things. We have a nice foundation to grow from, and the women, we're busy nurturing and doing all those types of things. We're not seeing the expansion that, well, I won't say all of us, but um, yeah, I know, like, when Brother Santos came in, he instantly was like, "Oh, we need to be doing breathing. No, we should be doing this," stuff like that,
Mhm.
which is absolutely true. I ain't think about that. I'm thinking we good, we comfortable, but that growth, that push, that drive, that's the masculine energy. So that's my answer. I'm a pass. Go ahead, go ahead.
So I just want to say, I think it's a beautiful thing that men are stepping into their healing journey intentionally and purposefully in this way. And just everything that you're doing and the men that are coming in, and also just reading I don't have but I had it close to me, but my Rising Nation book written by my teacher, love that book. Um, it's bringing about it's bringing, we are, a sacred container for expansive souls needs structure, and it's giving the expanded souls, people, individuals that are gravitating towards these healing spaces an opportunity to gain clarity, structure with ancestral wisdom, which means it's not just wisdom from what we come to be in this day and time, especially with moral decay and egos and all of these things. But as we move forward with this fire horse energy, and the men that are coming in through the level 1 and the level 2 process and rising up in this temple, from what I'm seeing, it is the work that both the divine masculine and the divine feminine are doing is ultimately creating that sacred structure so that when we come together as the divine architects, creators, creatress that we are, that we can build from a place of ancient and ancestral um what is it, architecture. So we're building up something bigger, better, stronger that can withstand the test of time. And so I'm saying all that to say that when the men are coming in, as the women are all historically, women have always been the one to do the work, right? And not to say that men don't do the work, but when they were doing the work, they were doing the work from maybe a place of operating from a place of ego. And so the work that is being asked for us to do right now is to operate from a place of our higher selves, so that as we build, we're building from our higher selves. And that is what will sustain and carry forth. So to answer your question, Brandon, what I would expect to see as a mother, as a woman, just out here as a as a temple member, what I would like to see is the men to continue to work on their own alignment so that wherever, because we don't know, we have an idea because we've been given clear vision, but the vision is so big and expansive. If we knew everything today, we would probably be way overwhelmed. But the most practical thing that the men can focus on, and this is just for the viewers, people in the community, what you can focus on is making sure that your heart is light, making sure that you are remaining in my eye every day with every action and every decision, and making sure that you are remaining grounded and focusing on your own life force energy so that whatever it is that you're creating is something that will sustain and not fall because, we missed a step. And that will help that will help with the architecture of the future that we're creating. And I think that is a practical answer to a very vast solution of what could you do and what is expected. What is expected is for you to continue to do the work. What is expected is for you to continue to keep your heart light. What is expected is for you to continue to remember that you are a leader, that you are stepping into the role of a divine masculine leader, which means that what they say, WWJD. What would Jesus do? Like somebody's watching you all the time, without it being right. They like Jesus. I mean, but the idea is if God was watching you, if God knew what you was doing when nobody saw when nobody saw you physically, would you would you be all right with that? So it doesn't mean that it's an idea of perfection, but it is just to continue to do the work so that you can remain on your own path so you could be somebody worthy of being so you could be somebody worthy of in yourself of being looked to as a leader.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm
Yes.
going to keep my response as brief as possible. We want you to be
Yeah.
your
How
best
you
self.
doing?
Yep.
We need
What's
you
up?
to rise up and be the very best divine self that you can be. That's what we need. We need you.
Yeah.
We need you to be alongside us, to be our cohorts, our co conspirators, to be our safe space, to provide that safe space so that we can continue to heal and raise up the next generation so that they can be more fulfilled and healed and, hopefully not be trauma stricken like the previous generations. You know what
Mm.
I mean?
Yeah.
Um, that's what we need you to do. We want you fully fully as who you are, like untethered by anything that would keep you from rising up to be the greatest version of yourself. That's what we need because that inspires us to do even more. And prayerfully, that will inspire you to be even more, and it'll just be this whole competition on who can, outserve and out heal and just all this wonderfulness. So the thing is that there's a whole lot of enmity between the sexes and the generations and things of that nature. We just need to come together. We are each other's divine counterpart and we need each other whole and complete. That's
Indeed.
what we need.
Mm.
that's that's that's
That was
that's how we see y'all fitting in.
Don't be
That's
afraid to
really what.
heal.
Yeah,
that was a lot for you to think about. And we
I know we
definitely
gave you a
going
lot.
to
We did.
No,
We
no,
gave
no.
you a
You
lot.
asked.
I
we
don't, I
gonna
don't
put
think this, I don't think
we
this is
gonna
a
put
bad thing
this
at all.
clip.
I put it out there so that way we could, I think this is uncharted territories for a lot of people, and especially people seeing this for the first time. Especially bringing in what you said about a woman-led temple, which is the system that our ancestors used for a royal kingdom for thousands of years. Not a couple hundred years, not a few hundred
Right.
years,
That's
thousands
right.
of years. So, in order for us to create the foundation of something that I'm not even gonna say mimics that we create on our own with a blueprint that's already created for us based off of where we are now. Like I think these conversations just need to be had privately and publicly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I thank you
Absolutely.
everybody for those answers. Those was very
Yes. Y'all gave me some laughs today. But
insightful.
that is why everybody needs to go ahead and get your ticket and come and see us
Because we
at
got a
the
lot to say.
activation. We have a lot to say. It's going to be, my teachers will be there. Mama Ayaba, Dr. Ayaba, and also Baba El Hagan will be coming. And when you hear them speak, they have so much to share. So the tickets are on sale at RosekiHealing.com. Make sure to get tickets. We will be at the E Life Restaurant, April the 5th, 1 to 6 p.m. Be there on time. We're going to have wellness vendors and we're going to have the day like lined up because we have so many speakers and things going on. So make a whole
What's
day
the
of it. You
date?
can bring the family and the
April the
friends,
5th.
children. All right, yeah. And you all want to add anything else to that? I'm passing the mic.
It is April the 5th. My teacher already gave you guys the information. We're going to drop the flyer in there so you can see it. Make sure the tech person put that flyer at the end of this video so they know exactly where to go. Make sure you get y'all tickets. We'll love it. And I want to leave with this because it just popped out on my table. And I want to read this to you all and the viewers. And it is that I will not be afraid of the unknown, for I am embodying the light of the Most High, who illuminates all that is hidden and guides my path. And so that message is to all of those who are listening to remember that you are guided by the Most High. And if you can't, if the voice is too low, come get this Ankh activation, baby. So we
Right.
can, yes, clear sight, clear vision.
Look it up. Do I? Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do
Thank
I?
each of you for showing up. That's half the
Mhm.
battle. So, to those who are listening, show up for yourself today. Show up for one another. You know, just show up as your greatest version that you can muster up for today and every day.
Ashe.
Mhm.
I have one
Wow.
question because this is my first podcast, wellness with the family in front of everybody.
Okay.
So she knows what I'm about to ask. I know you know what I'm about to ask. Are we going like Uncle Uja Seneb it out, or do we Uncle Uja? Is that not in this? Not over here? Maybe over there? Okay, cool.
Well, we're going to see if Brandon wanted to add anything before we close. And then I have a question, but we can, Uncle
We
Justin,
can
it out.
definitely we
Yes,
could
we
do the
can.
chant. We can
All right.
definitely do the chant.
Awesome. Thank you
Mhm.
very much.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna just say that there's an old Chinese parable that always stuck with me. And for 5 6 years, I believe the farmer he watered and nurtured a seed for a bamboo. And nothing happened after 5 6 years. And then the next 6 weeks, it shot up to like 12 feet high. And that's sometimes how life is, where you need to just water and nurture and heal and reorganize and clean space. And it might take a little longer than that person that you're looking at or that person over there. But keep just doing the work that you need to be doing in the behind the scenes, in the private, and you'll get rewarded in public for what you do in private. But you need to do the work privately first. And you know, that's all I'm gonna say. I hope to see everybody at the the workshop on and what is the date?
April
April
The
5th.
Ankh activation.
The I act.
the
The
Ankh.
Ankh activation. That's right. That's right. Pull it up. Pull it up. Don't forget, it's the Ankh activation. April the
Yes.
5th, the E
April the 5th.
Life, also called Everlasting Life Restaurant in Capitol Heights. We're gonna be there. We're gonna
Maryland.
have a good time. Someone asked about if you cannot live in my aunt fully.
Why
You
would you
may
not?
have had some difficult times. Some about if my aunt has been broken in their life. I didn't read the whole thing. My bad. But everybody makes mistakes. Each day is a new opportunity to make a difference, to make a change. You can always turn to my aunt, and you will have to make amends for the wrong that you have done, but you can make your heart light by doing that, and then do your best to live according to my aunt in the present and in the future. None
Seek
of us
my
are
aunts.
perfect. None of us,
Mhm.
had perfect lives. We all had to and still have to choose every day, choose to live in my aunt. That is the path. That's the journey. So keep moving in a beautiful, positive direction and do your best. Do
Yeah.
your best.
Truth, justice, harmony, balance, reciprocity, compassion. What am I missing?
Righteousness.
Yes.
Yes,
Righteousness.
righteousness.
Get you an
Yeah.
You
ankh.
know, just
Say
seek
those
ways to
laws.
incorporate my eye on a daily basis, and you will find that my eye will. What you looking for? My eye is looking for you.
I have another plug to say also
Yeah.
that we are all look, there are if you visit the RasekiHealing.com website, you'll be able to find healers and teachers that can also
Yeah.
teach you and help you with your journey with living with Ma'at. So that is also available
Absolutely.
to those who are in need of healing and are open to learning.
Yeah. And go ahead and give them your website, Kendra,
Yes.
where
So
they can find you. Just make it
you
fast, Kendra.
okay. So you can I would recommend going to my linktree.com at the Couture
Okay.
Experience, and you'll be able to see all of the things. I told y'all I am multi-passionate, multifaceted. And so that's where you can see the drop down to find my classes, what I got going on for the year, and services, playlists, all the things. And you can also find my social accounts on there as well.
And Brandon, where can they find you?
You can find us on at Thrive Nation Podcast on YouTube. If you would like to reach out to me personally, you can go to forthecollective.com. The number 4, thecollective.com. That's also our Instagram channel as well. But definitely go check out the YouTube channel. Go subscribe, share it with one person that you feel like might, could use some mental health and some personal development and some activation in their lives. And yeah, see
All
you guys
Beautiful.
right, all right.
the 5th.
And Rakit Aura, give us your website as well, sugar.
Mhm.
They could get them good herbs.
Some herbs.
Okay, because I think there's a typo on the Raseki website that links mine, but it's okay. It's herb www herb herb the letter N spice SPICE wellness WELLNESS.com herb in spice wellness.com
Yes, with the
All
and
right.
yeah.
Do I? I'm gonna check that website. You just have to tell me. I'll see if
I
I could
just,
get
I
it.
just, I just, it was a
You
recent.
just realized.
Hmm.
All right. And Chorus family, you can get your tickets for the activation and the Roseki Wellness Tour. Other dates, I'm about to list some new dates at
Okay.
RosekiHealing.com. We have our spring retreat happening this weekend. Whoop, whoop. Then we going to Sedona. Then we going to Miami. Miami, baby.
Welcome to
Then
Miami.
Miami,
that's
Miami.
solstice. And then we go into Jamaica. So we push that Jamaica trip back to give more people an opportunity. And plus, to give the travel thing time to iron itself out. Prayerfully that would be the case. So thank everyone for being here. Thank you all for watching. Like and share the video. Leave your comments and things so we know what you like, what you don't like. And we will see you again next Wednesday. We're going to go ahead and chant it on out. 1, two, ready, and Uncle
Uncle
Johnson.
Johnsonet.
Uncle
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 Uncle
Johnson.
Johnsonet.
Brrrr.
Uncle Johnsonet.
Oh, she want to
Uncle
say it. Come on.
Johnsonet.
Come on. Come on.
Johnsonet. We always do one of
Uncle
us. Johnsonet. Uncle Johnsonet.
Yeah, okay.
All right, look, we're gonna do two
Y'all
times.
want one more time for the one time?
Uncle
Y'all good now?
Uncle Johnsonet.
One,
Johnsonet.
two, ready.
Uncle
Uncle
Johnsonet.
Johnson.
Uncle
Uncle
Johnsonet.
Johnson.
Uncle
Uncle
Johnsonet.
Johnson.
Johnsonet.
Uncle Johnson.
Uncle
Uncle
Johnsonet.
Johnsonet.
Give
All
thanks and
right.
praises. Y'all have a beautiful day. We sending love to Baba Heru. I just feel like he just smiling on us
Love
singing
him.
that chant.
We're
So
going to
do I,
continue to
Miss
chant
Prince.
it up and activate these unks.
Absolutely, and
So
will.
we do. That's what we do. Do I. Peace and power, y'all. To the
Peace and
next
power.
time.
I love y'all. Peace.
I love y'all too. We had so much fun.
All the time.
I should have known.
You should have known. Peace, everybody.
All right, heads up.
See you.